Ladies and gentlemen, to me, 1 is better than 0. I have a pumpkin in my hands here. It's one I've got from my little garden here. Welcome to my channel, Christine the Real Life Coach, the Principal Farmer. Welcome once again. Today's video, I want us to look at some of the crops which are hard to farm in semi-arid areas, things like pumpkins. However, they are rich in things like omega-3, so you need them in your life, but they are hard to farm. Reason being, they need a lot of rainfall, which is constant for quite a long period of time. These pumpkins here, they start fruiting from around 17 weeks. That's when you'll start them to see flowers coming. Flowers like these ones here. You'll know the pumpkin has made 17 weeks. That is so long of a period for people who are farming in hard to farm areas like semi-arid area farmers. But what are we going to do? Because we need them to keep ourselves healthy, to keep going. When you look at this side, I have others. The sunshine has spoiled them. I have more. Like I have a small one here. The sunshine has also plucked it off. It is also spoiled. However, others are still growing and they are going. So for today's video, I want to show you what you're going to do to make sure you can still have some food on the table. If you're really a lover of pumpkins like me, I love eating pumpkins. So what can you do? They are hard to farm crops, and they are the ones I brought you today. One is pumpkins, and yet we need them. What are we going to do? If you have a pumpkin which you have planted, like for me, what I always do, I put a stick where I planted my pumpkins like this, and that stick always helps me. I showed you in one of my videos that if I'm going to eat food that needs to be washing, like here I've got one pumpkin, I always wash them like this. After doing this washing of my food, whether it is pumpkins, whether it is potatoes, whether it is cassava, any kind of food, I have a jerry can which I prepared, like this one here. I always collect this water in this kind of a jerry can. I've cut it like this. It has a large mouth, so anything that I use can help me to collect this water. I always bring this water and pour where I planted this pumpkin, where the stick is. I just do like that and make sure this water goes straight where this pumpkin was planted. After doing that, I've told you when we were starting that 1 is better than 0. Yes, you've seen I have several which are spoiled because of the sunshine, but still, this one is here. It can be eaten. When you hear that sound, you can know this is really a pumpkin which is ready to be harvested, which is ready to be eaten. So 1 is better than 0. So you could be farming in hard to farm areas, hard to farm conditions, but at the bottom line, you need food to survive. That's why Christine is always here to create hunger-free communities to secure your future, to secure your children's future, your grandchildren's future, by creating hunger-free communities. So this is one we've harvested, and we hope if we keep watering, storing water like how I've shown you in this jerry can, at least we shall harvest some of these ones here. There is a young one here, and it is still growing, still looking very green. There is also another one here. Yes, this one is spoiled by the sunshine, but we still have hope. I also have a third one. It's also here. I have also a fourth one. It is also ongoing. So we are following this same line, and we keep watering like that. And we hope we shall have food on the table. So we shall go to item number 2, which is also very important, but hard to farm. Let's go. Number 2, they are the onions. Onions are very important because every day they're cooking in every home. People need to cook with these onions. These are some that I harvested from this part here. I farm a lot of these things because I told you, the more you don't spend, you're saving money. So all these videos I bring to you, we want to create hunger-free communities. We want to reduce some of the characteristics of semi-arid areas, where personally I also live. So these are the onions. This one here, it is putting some seeds. The seeds are coming, and that's one of the reasons why I had to leave it in the garden. It is still going. Onions need well hydrated soils, but if you don't have those kind of soils, like for us here, we are in the semi-arid areas, soils are sandy in nature. What are you going to do? Put some manure, whether it is chicken poo, goat poo, cow's poo, all those things will help you to get a harvest at least of this kind. At least of this kind. Yes, these ones can serve at least for some 2-3 days if you have a small family like mine. So onions are here. It's another crop which is very important but hard to farm. But what are you going to do? Get some of this manure, the chicken poo, the goat poo, add them around your crops, around your onions. Then with the other way of saving water, if the rains have gone, if they are not enough to keep you farming, keep pouring that water around your onions. Keep pouring water like that. At least every 2-3 days, onions should receive some water around like this. So for these ones here, I've just left them in the garden. This one is about to give us seeds. Let me test. I think it's not very ready, but the seeds are coming. Seeds should be black in color. And if you were to look critically, the seeds are coming. So this one here, it has stayed for a month from the time it flowered. This one here. And the seeds, they have started forming. They are these ones which are black in color. So shall give it something like 2 weeks from now. Then it will be ready to be harvested. And we get our seeds. We keep farming. We circulate things from the garden, from within. And we stay farming. We stay healthy. We create very many hunger-free communities. We go to item number 3. Number 3, they are the beans. Beans, they are very important to very many people because they have enough proteins if they are eaten in any home. But beans in semi-arid areas, they are hard to farm. These ones here you're seeing, at the time they were flowering, when they were flowering, the rain disappeared. Now when they have matured, you can see a whole plant has around 3 or 4. This is a whole plant. There are just 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4 beans. And the color is very beautiful. To the time they were flowering, these beans, the sunshine came and they stopped flowering. Then after some time, again the rains are back. And when the rains came back, it was again too much of it. And you see what we have got? They are all looking like this. Up to the other side, when you have a closer look, the beans are all looking rotten. They are looking very bad. So they are also another crop I've found being hard to farm in the semi-arid areas, however important it is. But what are we going to do at the end of the day? Because we need food on the table, so we cannot just sit down and die of hunger because we don't have food. So my final conclusions to this, it is from my Bible. My Bible, because I told you, those of you who are following me, that I save the best for those who watch till the end. It's from my Bible. Today let me even read it from here. It is telling us, it is from Ecclesiastes 11. I'll only read for you verse 6. Do your sowing in the morning and in the evening too. You'd never know whether it will all grow well or whether one sowing will do better than the other. That means don't get tired. You may find today the beans have not done well. You may find today you planted the onions have not given you the results you wanted. You may find the pumpkins have shown you have not given you the results you wanted. But the Bible has told us, do your sowing in the morning and in the evening too. That means anytime you'll find some rain coming around, whether it is the first season or it's the second season of the year. Here in Uganda, we have 2 seasons. So do your sowing anytime you find an opportunity to do this planting. Together, we shall create very many hunger-free communities. I'm here to secure your future, your children's future, your great-grandchildren's future by creating very many hunger-free communities. I love you guys. Stay blessed in the mighty name of our Lord Jesus Christ.